Good afternoon, financial professionals. Abby Fletcher here of E4 Insurance Services, welcoming you to the Brew, Building Relationships Every Week. Thanks for tuning in today. For those of you joining us for the first time, we like to kick off the Brewcast by celebrating today's National Day for January 20th. First up, happy Inauguration Day. I'm sure you all are wearing your American flag pins very high, up on your lapels. Also, today is National Cheese Day. That's right, folks, an entire day celebrating cheese. This one goes out to all of our friends out in Wisconsin, where they even wear hats and necklaces in honor of cheese. Today, treat yourself to something cheesy, and don't be blue and have a Gouda day. Today on The Brew, we have E4's very own John Florance, who serves as SVP of Annuities. Today, John will be sharing his exclusive Annuity Solutions Weekly, which we fondly refer to as the ASW, which focuses on what annuities do, not what they are. Take a look at the chat box below. You'll find the ASW located there for you. And if you have questions while John's sharing, feel free to use the chat box. I'll be keeping a lookout. Also, all attendees are in a drawing for a prize, and we'll be announcing the winner shortly, so stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in, and without further ado, John, welcome. The mic is yours.
Thank you very much, Abby, and good afternoon.
Oh, you turned yourself on mute there, friend. Back to the good afternoon, John.
How about that? Can you hear me now?
You're loud and clear.
I thought I was done with all of that you are on mute thing. That was a 2020 thing. Now we're in 2021. We should all be beyond that, but apparently we can forget to unmute ourselves occasionally. So hello, everybody, again. Good afternoon, and welcome to The Brew. If you haven't seen me before, my name is John Florance, and I am working in the annuity group here at E4 Insurance. And I do want to say that The Brew is not the John Florance show. So if you've tuned in any time in the last month, I think you've seen my face probably more than you may care to. And I do want to reassure you that we're going to go back to regular program with other people here in the weeks ahead. So don't feel like this is all going to be about stuff that I want to share with you. But I am with you one more time today, and today we want to focus on something different than what we've been talking about before, which is really around transitional planning and what to do with clients when they're going through times of transition. So we're not going to talk about that today. Today we're going to talk about something else that I've been working on, which is the Annuity Solutions Weekly. And this really came about, if any of you have been in this business any long time or working with IMOs for any period of time, you'll know that a lot of companies publish what they call an annuity hot sheet. And those hot sheets might look something like this. This is one that I pulled off of the internet today. You can see there's a lot of data being thrown at you there, lots of highlights calling out to bonuses and extra money that you can make, and maybe products and solutions and companies that you've never really even heard of before. Or it might look like something like this, where it's just a regurgitation of all of the details, the particular parameters of a particular contract, all listed out in an alphabetical order with whatever their current rates might be. In this case, they're not even really showing any of the rates in any obvious way, but it's really more just a rundown of how a particular set of contracts works. You can also find ones that look a lot like this, which is really nothing more than a printout of the kind of information that you can find on the Annuity Rate Watch website, which incidentally, all of you that are working with E4 and have a log on to our website portal have access to this kind of information in an extremely detailed way. And I'll show you how to access that in just a minute. So this is the type of thing that is being sent out and marketed by IMOs across the country. And at E4, we wanted to do something a little bit different. And rather than focus on annuity products specifically and looking at carriers and looking at rates, we really wanted to take a look at putting together something that showcased what annuities actually do and what they can help your clients to accomplish, and to use that as the organizational basis of the information that we share with you on a regular basis. So what does something like that look like? Let me stop this piece here and then jump into another, oopsie daisy. Get over to here where I can actually show you what our Annuity Solutions Weekly sheet is about and where you can find it. So first of all, if you're not familiar with this, this is our website portal. And you get to that by typing in e4.insurance. And if you have a sign in, you would just click on the sign in. I've already got my name and password remembered by my computer. So when I click login, it takes me directly to the dashboard.
John, I don't see that you're sharing your screen.
I'm sorry? You don't see the screen?
I do not.
Oh, well, let's try this again.
I
do. I do, John.
I see the screen fine.
I think it's just Brendan, John.
Just Brendan. Okay.
My apologies. New to Zoom.
All right. So for those of you who are watching, this is the portal, and of course, all of the different kinds of solutions that E4 offers are available through the portal. But if you look down in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see an area or a box called Annuity Solutions. And there's a couple of areas in particular that we try to make easy access to you. And the first one is the one on top here. It's called Annuity Solutions Weekly. As the name would suggest, this is a document that we prepare on a weekly basis and update on the website, as well as send out to anybody who requests to receive it on a weekly basis. And for us, we take a look at this, again, as I was saying, as a perspective more from what an annuity can actually do or what solution we're trying to address with an annuity, and then provide you with some top level information, more as just a quick reference for when you're working with clients and you're having an informal conversation with them about particular solutions, that you might have a little bit of, at the top of mind, a more or less picture of what is available for different types of solutions. So let's kind of walk through what this looks like. It's a 2-page document if you print it out. And on the front side, we have it broken down by the 3 most common solutions that people are using annuities for. First and foremost, cash alternatives and using multi-year guaranteed annuities, or MIGAs, as a tool to be able to provide a cash alternative. So you got clients got money over at the bank, isn't happy with the bank's rates of returns. We could have a conversation and on a quick glance be able to tell them that if they were looking at a 3-year product or a 5-year or 7-year, these are sort of the top companies that filter up in terms of both the rate as well as companies that we feel are quality enough rated to merit your client's business. Again, quick glance, top 3 products, or the top 3 companies and products with some basic top line information about who we can issue to. Some of you might have received a communique from me in the past week showcasing, for example, that United Life just increased the rate to 2.1%. And somebody asked me, well, why would we use 2.1 when American Equity can give 2.4? And the reason that we would even include that shows that this product can be issued up to age 100 for your client. So if you have a client who is over the age of 85, they wouldn't qualify for the American Equity product, but they might for this 2.1 rate from United Life, if we were to make that proposition. So that's kind of what you're going to see in there. The next section down, we look at fixed indexed annuities. And the fixed indexed annuities, in this case, we are talking about these as a means of providing protected growth. So the growth of the underlying contract happens through index credits. There's 0 downside and there are no fees. And you'll notice that on these products, we've kept the surrender period deliberately short. There are obviously better rates that can be had, but it may require your client to commit for a longer period of time. So we're just showing for anything that's a 7-year surrender, what's sort of available on the highest cap within the indexes that are there. Again, is this comprehensive of everything that's available? Absolutely not. It's just kind of giving you the thumbnail view for if your client was looking for some sort of modest upside without the possibility of losing any money, and particularly of not having any fees associated with that annuity. The third section, and this is one of the areas in which we see annuities used the most, is the idea of generating a guaranteed retirement income paycheck. And so what we've got in this box is looking at either fixed index or fixed annuities that have guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefits on them. We've broken it down into 9 specific categories. We've taken an arbitrary range of ages, starting with age 60 and then jumping up to age 65 and then up to age 70, and then looked at it for clients who want income now, income soon, sometime between the next 5 years, and in clients who are looking for income later, which would be maybe as long as 10 years from now. So again, by looking at a very simple quote of $100,000 single premium, single life, looking at an annual payout, what are the contracts that kind of float to the top in terms of being able to generate that guaranteed paycheck? Now, does this work for you to be able to sit down with a client and say, this is what we can get? Absolutely not. This is just a ballpark. For example, this morning I'm working with an advisor who's got a client that's 63 years old and wanting to take income within the next 7 years. So that gives us a slightly different range than anything that will show up on this chart, but you could kind of dial into it and say, well, they're close to 65. We might expect that they might be able to get somewhere around $8,000 a year per 100,000 going into the contract. But if we want to really dial in, take this as an idea, get in touch with us at E4, and we can actually run a specific quote based on the case that you may be working on. So again, 3 areas on the front side: cash alternatives, protected growth, and retirement income. If you flip the rate sheet over to the second page, you'll also get 2 other categories of common use for annuities. The first one is what I call a plan funding mechanism, or clients that are looking for immediate income through true annuitization. And we break it down into 2 categories: 10-year period certains, and then we just give an example of a female age 70 single life with installment refund, and showing the various rates and the dollar amounts that can be gotten by a $100,000 premium going into it. You'll notice on this particular chart that some of these names like United Life and Principal Financial and Nationwide have the little footnoted 3. If you go down to that, you'll see that each of those particular annuities are Medicaid compliant products. So for those of you who are doing late life planning and estate types of planning, these are annuities that could be used for Medicaid compliant situations. The last box on the sheet right now is focus on legacy planning. Many times your clients aren't able to be underwritten for life insurance and are still looking to be able to provide a legacy. Well, here we showcase companies and products that have enhanced death benefit riders that don't require any underwriting. And so here we'll showcase, currently there's 4 companies on here with different riders. It gives us some top level provisions of how those riders work, how long the roll-up periods are, et cetera, and what the payout to the beneficiary can look like as well. Once again, snapshot, something that you could print out, keep in your top desk drawer as a quick reference, just as a, this is sort of more or less where things are at in the environment that we're in today. If you have specific cases, we ask that you just reach out, give us the parameters of your case, and we'll be happy to kind of give you a much more detailed look at the options that are available to your clients, focused on the solutions of what your clients are trying to actually achieve with their money. So that's the Annuity Solutions Weekly, and that's available through our website by clicking in the way that I showed you, and also something that we can email out to you on a regular basis as we update it each week. I'll stop there, but I do want to go back to one other thing to show you here, which is back on our webpage. Under that solutions, there is a little click here for something called Annuity Rate Watch. If you're not familiar with Annuity Rate Watch, I'm not going to walk through it today. That could maybe be another brew a few weeks down the line, but you can come in here and dial in for any of your clients and see a full range of products that are available to them on the annuity side, whether they are multi-year guaranteed or fixed or indexed or SPIAs. You can get rider income quotes. So all of that information is right here at your fingertips if you have a difficulty getting in touch with us, or maybe you're working after hours and trying to construct a case on your own time. So all of that is available to you and comes to you free of charge by your being able to access our web portal. So I'll stop there and return the mic back over to Abby. And thank you for your time. And hopefully next week you're going to see a different face on the brew. So
you can count on that, John. And thank you. Great share. I've opened up the line for questions from the audience. If you have them, feel free to unmute yourself and share away. And John, thank you. We look forward to the ASW every week. Oh, question from the audience. Can you pre-select certain carriers only in Rate Watch?
You can, yes. So if you're looking at the screen, in this example, if I was looking under the MIGA category, you can actually, one of the easiest ways to use it is basically start inputting your case. I'll give you an example of how we might do that. I would say, let's look at only products that are available in the state of Wisconsin where I live, and my client, let's say, has 125,000 and it's qualified dollars, and she is, let's just say, 68 years old, and I only want to deal with A-rated carriers. And I can even come down here and choose from the ones that I like or don't like. So I know that I would like to maybe see something from American Equity. So I'll select that. I want to maybe also want to see Fidelity Guarantee, maybe North American. And those three carriers that when I do the search will then discard everything that doesn't fit those parameters, and it will give me the list of products that fit that set of criteria. Now, that's just the top level of criteria. If you go and click over onto this button on the far right, you'll see advanced search. It opens it up to a whole range of different categories and check boxes that you can use to narrow that search down as well and get specifically to the type of product that you want to use. Now, this is exactly the work that I or other people at our team here at E4 will do for you if you don't want to take the time, but it is available to you as well, and something that if with a little bit of practice and you getting in and playing around with it, you'll find that it's a very useful tool for you. So yes, you can pre-select it.
Ooh, thanks, John. Any other questions from the audience? Excellent. Now let's move on to our drawing. John, I'm going to have you think of a number between 1 and 11.
How about 3?
Number three. Who's the winner? Who's the winner? Oh, Tom Walsh. Congratulations, sir. Be on the lookout for a coffee card coming your way from all of us here at E4 Insurance Services. And be on the lookout next week for the brew. We have our friends from Nationwide sharing the new estate tax mitigation through life and long-term care insurance. Thanks, friends. Happy 2021 and have a great day.